Hello, everyone. Welcome to Lifetime Success. This time we are all on a young success journey. We are jumping back into IBA Success Magazine, where, of course, our pages go live, continuing this campaign before we close it out strong with our next campaign next month. So these series of interviews that you are going to be able to watch, and I hope that you share, tag your friends all on these next series because they're so important. It is my passion to work with youth, to encourage them, motivate them, and just guide them through their entrepreneur and success journey. Last year, I was able to finally, after just investing my hard-earned time and money personally into youth, was able to get my nonprofit status, which is called Young Success. So in this edition of IBA Success Magazine, this was the introduction of Young Success, and that introduction was done by introducing six youths in business. So the first one that we started out on this introduction on page 28 of this edition is Zoi the Creative. She is going to be chatting with me in a moment. Zoi has been featured before in IBA Success Magazine, so this will be super cool to catch back up with her and see what she has been doing since her last feature. So thank you for joining us. I'm super excited. Zoi, hi.
Hi, hello.
Hello, how are you?
Good, and you?
I am great. I am excited because I get to do what I love when I work with amazing creative youths like yourself.
Thank you.
Yes, so you have been with IBA Success. I think we have just been embracing you for about how long? Do you remember when your first feature was? Was it about almost 2 years ago?
Yes, it was about 2 years ago. Oh my goodness, because I remember the painting I did.
Yes.
That really big painting of the seascape.
Yes, which I still have that painting. I still have that painting. Yes, ma'am. Yes. So you have grown so much since 2 years of first being featured.
Yes, actually. Yes.
Yes, you have. You had 2 birthdays, right?
Yes, 2 birthdays. I am now 18.
You are now 18. How exciting is that?
Yes, it's very exciting. I am in the high peak of adulting.
Adulting. Let's look at you. I remember our first interviews. You were like super shy. We are a whole new adulting right now.
I'm trying. I'm still getting used to the interviews and having the confidence of doing it, but I'm getting there.
You are wearing it well, Zoi. You are wearing it well. So what have you been doing over the last 2 years?
Where should I even start? Let me see. Well, I graduated from high school. Let me say that now.
Okay, congratulations.
Thank you. I had 2 graduations, one legally, and the other one I had a graduation party with my family, and we went out of town, and it was really fun. We went out of town for about a week. Oh, it was so much fun seeing my parents' family and things like that. My grandmas, my uncles, my aunts. Great. And now we came back home, and I am now working on a children's book for a big company, for a big publishing company in New York.
Wow.
Yes. And
that is awesome. So is this your first children's book, or tell me about that?
Yeah, this is actually my third that I'm working on right now.
Your third in 2 years?
Yes.
Wow. So if you are not a perfect example of young success, I don't know what is.
I mean, it was surprising for me too, because this was like a dream to be actually like featured in a really big company that a lot of people know, because the first two, the first one was a doctor That one I actually started when I was 16, about 16, and I gave her the things, and the publishing for her took a while because we both started doing our first, like she was an author. That was her first book being an author, and that was my first book
Okay.
an illustrator.
Okay.
And so she just published it this year, and so
Okay.
I'm really, really happy about that one. And then
Okay.
the second one I did, oh, that was just so much fun. That one took like 2 weeks to do because that one was just like, yes. The story, how it just flowed, it was amazing.
Mhm.
And now this one I'm doing, oh my gosh, me and my parents were like, "You better get on this." I'm like, "I'm gonna get on it," because like they sell their books in Barnes and Nobles,
Okay.
and they sell their books pretty much nationwide. And I'm like, "Oh my gosh,
Yes.
this work is gonna be nationwide! Oh my gosh, this is amazing!" You know, like my dreams of becoming a really big illustrator is happening.
Mhm.
Really excited with that. But yeah, right now I'm working on my third book, and the author who hired me, she was like, after this is published, there's going to be a lot more people going to be looking for you. I'm like,
Mhm.
so.
Yes, this is just so amazing. What I love, Zoe, is your passion, your excitement for where you are in life. This is just an amazing thing about entrepreneurship. So, if you are just tuning in, this is our Young Success interview. We are talking with Zoi Hunter. She is an artist, she is a creative, she does books on her third book. Okay, so now if people are interested in working with you, to see your art, which I am just honored to have my own piece. How do they get in contact with you?
My Instagram, Art by Zoe. I'm just gonna say ARTBYZOI.
Okay.
And then in Facebook is Zoe the Creative. Now the Z is capitalized and the C is capitalized too in the creative. So that's how you can get me. The website I'm working on right now, that's under construction, so that's not
Okay.
really out there. But
Okay.
yeah, those two are what you can see me on.
Now, do you have any art that's featured anywhere right now?
Yes, I was
Okay.
gonna go into that. One of my paintings is on a board game
Okay.
called Black Wall Street.
Mm-hmm.
That was an amazing thing. They one of the creators saw me, paint one of my paintings, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, like we would love to have one of your artworks on our new board game." And I was like, "Mama," and she's like, "Yeah," it's because we own one of their games. So I was like, "Oh my
Mhm.
goodness, that would be amazing." And I worked on that, and I am now featured in their board game. And
That
they
is
want to
awesome.
interview on me. And I was like, "Yay!" So it was amazing.
So amazing things have been happening for you, all in the last 2 years since you were featured in IBA Success Magazine. What would you say some advice is to a youth that is undecided on what they want to do for themselves and for business?
Hmm, really, just be patient and keep working hard.
Yes, you know what? I think that's not just advice for a youth. I think that's like advice for anybody in business is you got to be patient and you have to keep working hard.
Mhm.
So tell me, what do you do when you have a bad day? You know, you look like you probably never have bad days, but I know as an entrepreneur, we have bad days sometimes. So what do you do when you have a bad day?
Um, I don't really have bad days. Maybe when I'm, I guess, overwhelmed, I usually like
Okay.
sit back and listen to some music, you know,
Okay.
read a book, hang out with my family, or draw.
Okay.
Always circles around art.
It
But
always works, and that's where your passion is, right?
yep, exactly. I don't. It just happens.
So, could you tell us a little bit about your first art piece?
Oh my goodness. My first art piece. Oh,
Remember your first art piece?
I do remember my first art piece. Sorry. Looking back on it now and what I've done now, it's like, oh my goodness, what the heck? What the heck did I do? My first
That's
art.
the beauty of growth. That is the beauty of, being in something that you're passionate about, sticking through it, and years later saying, "Oh my gosh, look how far I've become."
Yes.
So what changes did you see in from when you first started to your artwork now?
Well, this is kind of funny. I got into painting because one, my dad, he was an artist, and then two, because of Bob Ross. And I was
Okay.
like 11, and my mom saw painting classes at Michael's. She's like, "Oh, I'll put you in it." I'm like, "Okay." And
Mhm.
so we went in, and then I think it was on the last class we actually started painting. And he's like,
Okay.
"Okay, I want you to paint Oceanscape." I was like, "Okay, okay." So
Mhm.
I did it. I tried my best doing the waves. And I was like, "Mom, I'm getting it." She's like, "That looks pretty good." And even the art teacher was like, "Are you sure she's not like an artist?" Like, I'm
You
never,
were an artist. You were already an artist.
yeah, I'm like, I've never done this in my life. The only thing I've been doing is just drawing, and that was it. And now looking back on that, I improved so much because of research and just taking my time with my passions, actually taking in the correct information for me to actually grow and get to this
Mhm.
point in my life. And oh my gosh, those Michael's classes actually helped me get here.
Yes, I love Michael's too. I go in there and I get lost. If you are just tuning in, we are interviewing Zoi the Creative. She is featured inside of IBA Success Magazine, page 28. It is just a joy and privilege to have you and to talk with you today. Zoi is one of the first features in this edition. I want you to go all to IBASuccessMagazine.com, follow us, read her story, and also there's always, remember, donating and helping nonprofits like Young Success continue to allow us to do what we do. I'm going to put that information down there. Zoi, listen, all I have to say is if you keep on going at this pace, I don't know what's going to be in 2 years.
I don't know either.
All right, as we close out, tell me a little bit of your goals that you have for yourself at this point.
My goals, my goals. To be honest, I kind of reached them already, but they kind of keep adding every day. Like, one of my goals is to get a serger to start my own clothing line for babies.
Oh,
I love sewing. I love sewing. I have been designing clothes ever since I was 13.
okay.
And I've always had help sewing up my own dresses for like Halloween and things like that with the help of my grandma. But
Yeah.
now I'm 18, I'm like, I want to do this by myself. And so I'm
Mhm.
learning. One of my goals is to get a clothing line out there someday.
Okay.
And another goal of mine is
Okay.
my my graphic novel out there as well that I'm working on.
Okay.
I've been working on it. Oh my goodness. I've been just changing and changing and changing this graphic novel until I'm like, okay, I gotta sit down and actually know what I need to do.
Yes.
And I'm writing it. I've done about 3 chapters now. So I'm really excited of working on that. And the other goal, I think that's it. The other goal really is to just be happy about what I'm doing
Oh,
and
wow.
be be successful in my own way. I want to own a car. I want to get my own place. That's a goal of mine when I get a little older. You know,
Okay.
for now, I just want to do my own thing.
Well, that is awesome. If you are tuning in, this is Young Success interviewing and talking with Zoi. She is absolutely amazing. You can find her in the current edition, page 28. All of her contact information is on the bottom of her page. You have said a couple of great things. You know, entrepreneurship, it is going to take some patience, some research, you know, time, all of those things are needed. I love to hear about your goals. What Young Success is all about is helping youth reach their goals. So if you're watching today, give us a call, donate if you want to help Zoi reach any of her next goals. It's all about multi streams of income and doing what it is that you love. And Zoi, we want to be able to help you pursue some of your other entrepreneurship goals. Okay. So our Cash App is Young Success 501c3. Zoi, any last minute words before we close out?
Thank you for being in my life, to be honest.
Oh, thank
Love
you.
talking to you and seeing you. It's amazing. So thank you.
Thank you so very much. And it is amazing to have you in our life. So we will see you all next time. Don't forget, follow Zoi and continue to let's help support youth and their missions to be successful. I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.